I don't know. I feel like I should change up the intro for this season.
Just fucking keep it. I don't fucking care.
Okay.
No fucking matter.
All right. Starting. I don't know. Fucking now, I guess.
Ruin the intro. Fuck you. Yeah.
Fuck you guys.
Stop laughing like that.
Oh my god! Shut the fuck up! I swear to God.
Craig's just sweating his ass off in the corner waiting us for the start.
He's just recording nothing.
Why? This motherfucker really we just allow you to sound like this.
Can I do the intro now?
I don't know, can you?
No, apparently.
You really can't.
That's what I thought, bozo.
R.I.P. Bozo.
You know what, Jack? You need to get a grip.
Okay, this is literally 1984.
But you got a flag down.
Oofside. Everyone but the center. Offense.
Welcome to Oofsides, everybody. We're back to the fucking excitement of nobody. I am your host, Matthew. Who the fuck are you people? I already swore. We're demonetized. Let's go. All right, Austin can't talk, so Austin's there.
Yeah.
We got Jack and Garrett.
Hello.
I know who
Why'd
you
you
are.
say something, you dumb bitch? You're trying to make the intro as awkward as possible, so everyone would just stop watching. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and then I wouldn't have to be here anymore.
Yeah.
That implies that they're already watching.
Yeah, no one
True.
watches.
If you've made it this far, you got some balls.
Fucking
Yeah.
cares. I don't
If you
care.
made it this far, you're on the show.
If you made it
yeah.
this far, you're definitely.
You're definitely. Yep.
Yeah.
Welcome
That's what
to
I'm saying.
season 2 of Oofsides, episode 20. Should have been 21, but we never actually recorded episode 20 because the Super Bowl sucked and there was nothing to talk about in it. And half the show didn't actually watch the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I watched a solid 2 minutes.
Yeah, I unfortunately sat through the whole thing.
I watched the
sounds like
first
your
like
problem.
40 minutes until I just got bored because it
'Cause
sucked so bad.
It was bad. Like by the end of like the third quarter, and I was like, okay, well at least maybe the Chiefs will score. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
A TLDR. Andy Reid's coaching strategy was horrible. The Bucs defense was really good. Tom Brady just had to do Tom Brady shit, and Pat Mahomes played his guts out, and nobody else on the Chiefs showed up, and it was an ass kicking. So that's about all there really was to say about it.
Yep. A
So-
reminder: they ran 12 times.
Yeah.
And the Chiefs did. Yeah.
That's not
So-
great.
Classic Andy Reid still around in case anybody thought he wasn't still Andy Reid in the playoffs. Yeah, and now Tom Brady has 7 rings. So there you go. Anyway, it's 2021 now. It's a new season. There's some new changes for the season coming up. And let's dive right into that for what to expect. Starting with maybe the biggest change we've seen in a very long time. There is now a 17th game.
That's dumb, stupid, and bad. Dumb, stupid, dumb.
Now you can't finish 8-8 every year like the Cowboys want to.
Yeah.
No more. Jeff Fisher pissed off. He can't go 9-7.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just not the same.
It-
Yeah, I'm from like just a basic aesthetic standpoint, I'm upset about it because like you had 16 teams in each conference and you had 16 games and like everything was a power 4 and it was really nice and symmetrical, and now they're like no 17 games.
Yeah,
So-
now we get
Like-
instead of 3-13, we get 3-14, which is just that's just pie.
Yeah,
Like, I just want to know
Fucking gross.
what brought it on. Like, whose idea was it? It didn't need
Money.
to happen.
yeah, money. Because-
lot of money.
You know what game is on this season's schedule that wouldn't have without the 17th game? Chiefs Packers. So
Oh boy, great. Woo.
Yeah.
So-
yeah. Yeah, you get home teams that'll be making one more game worth of money. Out of that.
So basically, how it works is you have the current scheduling system, which is you play your division rivals twice each. You play one division from the AFC, one division from the NFC, and then you play the other two teams from the other two divisions in your conference that finished in the same spot as you. So if you finish second, you play the other two second place teams. And then they added one interconference version of that. So like this year, the NFC East teams will play one of the AFC East teams. NFC West and AFC North will play. NFC South and AFC South, and then NFC North and AFC West. Same thing. So like for the example that I used, Chiefs and Packers both finished first. So they'll play each other. I mean, I'm excited because it's more football, but at the same time, I'm like, damn it, you kind of screwed up a lot of stuff. And somebody's probably going to get hurt because it's an extra game. But at the same time...
Yeah, and somebody could get eliminated in the final game that wouldn't have been with the old format.
Yeah, for sure. And then to make up for it, they got rid of a preseason game. They also got rid of overtime in the preseason, but nobody really cares because it's preseason and it doesn't matter.
No one watches anyway.
Yeah. So that is that. They also changed up uniform numbers or uniform number rules for the 2021 season. So players used to be limited to what number, or there still are, but most players were limited to a set of 20 to 30 numbers per position. But now running backs, tight ends, and receivers can wear 1 through 49 and 80 through 89. So now you'll have like a receiver number 3. Defensive backs can wear anything between 1 and 49. Linebackers can wear 1 through 59 and 90 through 99. So basically, it's opened up single-digit numbers to everybody except linemen. So.
Okay, that's gonna be weird.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's another one of those things where functionally it's not really going to change that much, but just aesthetically it's weird.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'm a traditionalist, so it's nice to, look at a player's number and be like, I can figure out what position he plays, and now it's all kind of muddled.
Yeah. I've always like subconsciously realized that. Like I've just known it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's gonna be fucky.
Yeah, it's like watching a Maxton game.
Yeah.
Where you get like a kicker with the number 87 or some dumb shit like that.
He's buff as shit.
Iowa State's kicker is number 98.
Yeah, that's even fucking worse.
God. Luckily, quarterbacks, punters, and kickers are still limited to 1 through 19, but it's still weird to be like, I'm a receiver and I wear number 2. So, the funny thing about that, though, which has been brought up a lot because players have been changing their numbers more than in past seasons, is Nike has a rule where if you change your number, you have to buy out the existing inventory of your jersey before the change can be made.
What the fuck?
Yeah, because Nike's already produced a ton of jerseys, and they're like, well, now they're worthless because you changed your number.
Nice.
Yeah. So
okay,
go NFL.
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
For sure. Okay. Go on.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Talk
All
your
right.
shit.
Okay.
It's
All
winnable.
right. All right.
It's winnable.
No one understands this joke.
No.
That's the best part.
Anyway, and then finally, the COVID-19 protocols that have changed. Basically, there's massive benefits for getting vaccinated. I believe it's if you hit 80% vaccination rate, your team's rates or your team's restrictions get lifted. But if you are not vaccinated, you have to get tested. I'm pretty sure bi-weekly. And they'll still, they're tracking where you're going and like they were doing last year and managing the bubble. If you're vaccinated, don't have to worry about any of that. Also,
Beasley is just screaming. He is shaking and pissing and shitting right now, dude.
Cole Beasley, just from aesthetics alone, just epitomizes.
How many times are you going to say aesthetics?
Research.
How many times are you going to say aesthetics, Matt?
Well,
Jesus Christ.
We're gonna put
aesthetically,
the word...
you're fucking up the podcast, Jack.
Aesthetically, your face is stupid and you're dumb.
We're gonna have a
Idiot.
counter
wrong.
for it.
Yeah, that's what I thought, bozo.
Where I need like.
All right, fine.
Alright,
Visually, Cole Beasley,
Cobalt
like-
Beasley.
Cole Beasley. He looks exactly like the kind of person who'd say, "I've done my own research."
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Jack, remember last year when I said I missed Cole Beasley on the Cowboys?
Well, that was a fucking lie.
Yeah, you guys can keep him.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins too is in that same boat where
Oh yeah. What
At
do
least
you
the
gotta say
Bills will
about
get
that
Cole Beasley a ring.
yeah,
one?
well- that is if he doesn't get fucking cut.
yeah.
Yeah, that okay. Listen, yeah,
That is exactly that's hopefully the plan.
I mean he's a pretty. I like. Yeah, he's a piece of shit and all that, but he's a pretty useful asset.
Yeah.
Last season.
Yeah. But like,
He's
So-
just got to be on the field and not have COVID.
yeah.
Yeah.
We also have we have more slot receivers, so
Yeah.
you know, just in case.
I will say, I want to say about Kirk Cousins. It's a
cares?
very bold strategy to be a guy who's basically on the hot seat for this year. Like, I don't know if I'm still going to be in and have my job next year. And he's like, "Hey, team that I'm trying to keep my job with, that you're paying me like $80 million, I'm not going to make sure I'm always available. And at any time I could be out with a completely avoidable disease. So
Yeah.
I would rather you guys build plexiglass around me in the quarterback's room than get a shot." So
Yeah, goddamn
Cousins.
libtards
Yeah.
are putting things in my shot that turns me into a homosexual because I wasn't a homo. I already like men. Okay, I don't want to be already more gay.
I don't know if this is Jack impersonating Kirk Cousins or if this is just him coming out.
Both.
I completely lost my train of thought.
Kirk Cousins.
Well,
Enjoy your quarterback, Austin.
He dies. He
yeah.
dies.
So okay. So
All right.
Mikey sent me something earlier.
Michael Murata, friend of the show, by the way.
Yeah, my friend of the yeah. Apparently Jake Browning is our backup.
Who? Who?
I'm pretty sure I went to high school with somebody named Jake Browning,
Well, that-
and
so
they
like
were
we,
not a football player.
Well, he's
We
gonna give
dra-
Vikings players the
so
shits if they
yeah, I
start.
just want to point out we drafted Nate Stanley last year. We drafted Kellen Mond this year. And we signed Danny Etling because we felt like having 5 quarterbacks. And Jake Browning.
Fuck?
Apparently, he has been mad impressive in off-season camp, so they promoted him to second string.
Well, yeah, he's going up against Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or sorry, Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
But he played for Washington College. He's never. I don't think he's ever played. Yeah, he's only ever been on the practice squad.
Yeah.
But like in an air raid offense, his completion percentage was over the average of his entire career was 64.6%. That's pretty good.
Terrible.
He had one season he had 69%, and he had
Nice!
a passer rate. He had an average pass rating of 152.
Jesus,
That might be kind of
Um,
good.
that's ridiculous.
You know, I mean, air raid offense and all that. So, but yeah, there was also a season he threw 43 touchdowns in one season. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's college in a very pass-heavy offense, which is not the Vikings anymore or ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so he exists, and he is now our second string. And also Danny Etling. I don't know who that is.
I'm
Oh,
gonna be
it's-
honest. Kirk Cousins is the only Vikings quarterback I've heard of. So
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Danny Etling has a ring.
Oh, good for him.
wait, who did he play for before that?
He won. He was on the practice squad of the Patriots when they won 13-3.
I didn't know practice squad players got rings.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They have to because he was never on the active roster.
Yeah.
Huh.
Like,
There you
I
go.
mean, yeah. Doesn't
If
like
they
the
get a
whole,
ring,
like,
that means they get the Super Bowl bonus too. That's based. That's a lot of money.
yeah, just getting money for doing fuck all. Hell yeah, I'm down with that.
Getting that Skrilla. Anyway. Oh, God. What were
What
you
a
going to say?
tangent. Oh, I was just gonna say anyway.
Wow, incredible.
Speaking of uniform numbers, though, we do have one entirely new uniform set. The Bengals finally replaced their tiger stripe pajamas and went back to
Wow.
something kind of reminiscent of their 80s and 90s uniforms that I am very much a fan of. So
They're good.
Yeah.
They're
Oh.
okay.
could
They're
be better,
incredible.
but I like them. So
I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember these being revealed now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, it was
They
like
are.
4
Yeah,
months
you know
ago.
what? Yeah, I fuck with this. I
You
fuck
know
with
what?
this.
Yeah, they totally are. They are. Yep, are.
They
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 are.
do be.
they do be.
Yeah. They need
So-
to just like they just need to come out and just like the whole thing is just like tiger print.
They just look like
Yeah.
onesie pajamas.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Oh my god.
No, hang
I'd
on.
fuck with
I
that
got it.
hard. What do you got?
Hang on.
Hanging on.
It's just
Uh,
it's just I understand this is not a tiger, but it's just these motherfuckers.
What?
Same motherfuckers that be
Austin, you're making visual
eating-
jokes on an audio show.
I don't care. Yeah, these motherfuckers that be eating the same energy as the Cookie Monster PJs.
yeah, there you
That's
go,
the
buddy.
same
There
energy.
you
Picture of cheap
go.
leggings. So
Yeah, there you go. You got
Yeah.
it. I'm proud of you.
Woman
sweetie.
eat woman
Woman.
holy shit.
What are you
Woman-
even trying to say?
woman
Woman.
eat hot chip at 7:30 in the morning because yes.
You have fucking brain damage?
Yeah.
What you wanted to say?
What the fuck? Are you stupid?
So we went from talking about Kirk Cousins and now we're at cheetah print leggings.
Yeah.
You're a fucking moron.
Anyway,
I'm professional funny.
anyway,
Back to the Bungles.
going across Ohio, the Browns unveiled some throwback uniforms, which are pretty cool. Everybody thought it was going to be the orange throwback uniforms, and they said they were bringing out alts, but or not orange throwbacks, but the old orange alt uniforms. But they introduced those white throwbacks with the orange outlines and the numbers, the drop shadow, and the white stripe on the helmet. It's all right, not my favorite, but it's cool.
Numbers on helmets. Yeah. Yeah.
All the
That's a
numbers on
win.
the helmets are based.
That's a win right there. That's a dub.
They're a really cool alternate. I dig them. So not my favorite, but I like them. Other. I missed this. 49ers also brought out an alternate because they've had those white throwbacks they've been wearing. So now they have the red ones to go with them.
Wow, neat.
Throwing back to the 90s uniforms.
Those things, the red ones are clean as fuck. They're
pretty
both
cool.
clean.
I love
Yeah.
the red one.
Red.
Um,
I especially love that they got Jerry Rice to wear one.
Yeah. Cool
the
guy.
the Colts also unveiled a throwback uniform set, which is basically essentially the same as what they're already wearing, just with horizontal stripes across the sleeves, and then the two Colts logos on the back of the helmet, nothing on the side. Yep.
Oh,
I mean, it still looks like the Colts.
wow.
Not much to say about that. And then
Boring.
the Rams brought out new alternate uniforms, which they're like, yeah, they're throwbacks, but I guarantee they will be the full-time away uniforms for next year because the current away uniforms look awful.
Yeah.
They
does the
got
Rams
rid of
one
the
look like?
yellow on white stripes finally.
What does the new Rams one looks like? I haven't.
They look like the old like yellow and blue away uniforms they used to wear up until like the
Yeah.
late 90s. So they have
Yeah.
like the traditional yellow and blue stripes rather than just the one yellow
Okay,
stripe.
Okay. All right.
So yeah. And those are basically the uniform changes this season.
I still hate the Rams jerseys, but
Yeah, they're still bad, but they're just a little less bad.
I just noticed something with the jerseys with the number. There's a little like line going through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking awful. Wow. You know, I need to talk about something real quick.
Oh, God.
About how the taunting penalties are gonna be more enforced. That's fucking
Yeah.
soft as shit, dude.
Are they
That's
really?
some
Oh
garbage.
yeah, they did.
That
Forgot
shit's
about
gonna
that rule.
suck.
When did you see that?
That was
Yeah, I
Just
saw it
it got
earlier
announced.
today.
It got announced just today. Let me post the tweet.
Yeah.
Oh my God, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, they made it a point of emphasis that game officials have been instructed to strictly enforce taunting rules. It can
Oh my God.
2 violations in a game is an automatic ejection with fines and
Celebration back to them after they did it to you. Like, come on.
No. I feel like you should go all out on the taunts. Like just
Yeah.
fucking after you go like a 10-yard gain, just chuck it at someone's helmet, okay? Just chuck the football at someone's helmet. Or you could just take off your helmet and just start beating other people with your helmet.
This is what Mason Rudolph.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the first one. I was
Miles
like,
Garrett,
man,
motherfuckers, just like
the first one. I
bam,
was like,
bam.
the first one you said, I was like, I wonder which one of our team's quarterbacks did that. And then you mentioned Miles Garrett, and I was like, oh, I can't say anything.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if Miles Garrett ripped off fucking Mason Rudolph's helmet and hit him with it, and then they flagged him for taunting? You think? I also do like that the penalty unnecessary roughness implies that there is necessary roughness.
well, yeah, it's the game of football.
True.
Yeah, funny, you laugh.
Oh my God. Anyway, Miles Garrett, don't try to kill people challenge. Not impossible, apparently.
Do it again, it'd be funny.
Do we want to talk about Aaron Rodgers before we get to the draft? I want to.
Yeah,
Sure.
Okay.
there's some drama straight out of high school, bro.
So this is like my understanding of watching Rich Eisen talk about the same thing every week with the situation is Rodgers makes some weird comments after the NFC title game, and then he's like, no, I'm not going anywhere. And then offseason rolls around, and he's like, I'm mad, and I kind of want out. And everybody's like, what are you mad at? Are you mad about the coaching because they didn't give you the ball on the goal line? And he was like, no. And they're like, okay. And then what is it? And he's like, I'm mad about Brian Gutekunst, the general manager. And they're like, oh, so you're mad they drafted Jordan Love, right? And he's like, no, I have no problem with Jordan Love. And it's like, then what's the problem? And he's just like, yeah, I'm mad, but I don't want out. And it's what is this whole thing about?
I don't know.
Oh my God. It was so stupid. And then all the draft night, this drops, and it's like he's going to be traded to the Broncos, and then nothing fucking happened.
Maybe they were just partaking in some tomfoolery. I don't know.
See,
guess.
I want to say I fully believe those trade to the Broncos things because John Elway would die for an experienced tall white quarterback.
Oh,
That is
dude, John
true.
Elway was just boning up thinking about Aaron Rodgers
Yeah.
playing for his team.
Bricked
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh.
But it basically ended up he signed. I think it was a 2-year extension, or was it only a 1-year extension? I think.
It runs through 2022.
Yeah, but it has like an out clause at the end of this year, I think.
Yeah.
So basically, unless they go and win the Super Bowl, this is Rodgers last year with the Packers.
Thank God.
Probably.
Maybe before he pulls a Brett Favre and goes to the Vikings and
Let's go! I'd
and then he
take that.
rips your guys' hearts out in the NFC
Hey,
title
don't
game.
say that part
Again.
Don't say that. No.
Well, dude.
Throw it all the way across your body, B man.
Yep. Don't kneel and kick a field goal, be a man.
True.
Hey,
Um,
listen. That was uncalled for, buddy.
Austin, the Cowboys haven't been to an NFC title game since 1995. Okay.
Okay. And you weren't alive for that, so you can't. You know. Yeah.
Yeah, but the Vikings have been to one since then. They've been
No,
to
they
a bunch.
haven't.
They've been to 3.
Not yeah, but they didn't show up to any of them.
Yeah.
True. But I mean, like, at least they were there. The
That's
goddamn
arguable.
Jaguars have been there more recently than the Cowboys.
That's an L. That's just an L.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Blart Burgles, man. Also, wait, actually, no, I'll save this for the actually, no, I'll use this to alley-oop into the draft recap. Because the Jaguars...
Danny Etling won a ring before the Cowboys.
Hey. Why are you laughing?
Because Danny Etling, I don't know. I don't know who he is still.
Anyway, I'm gonna use Blake Bortles to alley-oop into this because the Jaguars only have meme quarterbacks.
No.
Because
Yeah.
well, I am, Jarrett. You can't stop it.
Trevor Lawrence's face is white Scottie Pippen.
I'm not fucking getting there yet.
Oh yeah,
I was gonna say why do I do this show?
It's a great question.
Because they had Blaine Gabbert, and then they replaced him with Blart Burgles, and then Blart Burgles got fucking cut, and they they went out and signed fucking Big Dick Nick Foles, and then Nick Foles got hurt, and then came Gardner Minshew, the fucking mustache, and then Gardner Minshew got benched for the neck, Mike Glennon, and then they went out and signed Tim Tebow as a goddamn tight end. And now they've drafted Trevor Lawrence, aka White Scottie Pippen. And they did that with the first overall pick. Ayo, it's the 2021 draft.
That was not a good segue.
I didn't ask.
Yeah, that was more of like a scooter, but like to the ankle.
At least I could ride it.
Oh.
Hey,
He can't ride a bike. Let me correct you.
Austin can't imagine.
He is
riding a
20
bike.
years old and he can't ride a fucking bike.
okay, listen.
I'm listening.
What a fucking loser. You're from the Midwest. How do you not know how to ride a bike?
What else is there to do?
Yeah.
Other
Drive
than
a car.
like Midwest
Do
emo
it,
and ride
just go to
scooters.
Walmart and fucking ride
rollerblades.
bikes.
Actually, no, because Midwest people ride rollerblades.
No?
What?
Yeah.
Matt, I don't know a single person that owns rollerblades in my
You're
town.
not talking to enough people.
Being
There aren't very many people to talk to.
Damn paved road in your city. That's why you can't
Yeah,
rollerblade
true.
on dirt.
Yeah.
Well, it's
True.
gravel.
Yeah.
Rock.
You can rollerblade on it.
But I gotta say, a few of them streets, that's concrete, baby.
Anyway, the 2021 NFL draft happened. And the Jaguars, to the surprise of nobody, took Trevor Lawrence, number 1 overall. And then that's not really interesting. Everybody knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
Where it gets interesting is with the second pick, the
Mm.
Jets took BYU's Zach Wilson. I don't know if I'm alone in this, but I thought, I don't watch college football. I'm say that right now. But from what I had heard for the last 2 years, Justin Fields was the second best quarterback in this class.
Mm.
And then Zach Wilson had a scout day where he was throwing to people without a defense, and everybody was like, "This guy's the next Jesus. We have to draft him second overall."
Well, yeah, it's the Jets. What do you expect?
Yeah, and
Jets are going to Jets.
I was weirded out by the fact that everybody was like, "Hell yeah, Jets! Zach Wilson." So,
Yeah, Zach Wilson in his. So 2 years ago, when he was a junior, or I think he did all 4 years. I really can't remember, but 2 years ago, he kind of put himself on the map because he played for BYU, and they're not like the best at football.
Yeah.
And he had a pretty decent season, but then last season he played really, really well, and BYU was ranked for a while. I think
They had that. Didn't they have that big game against? Was it South Carolina? Coastal. Was it Coastal Carolina?
Yeah, it was Coastal.
Yeah.
They lost that game.
Yeah, they
yeah,
did. They
that was
really
the Mormons
shouldn't have,
versus Mullets
but-
game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was great.
But
That was a great game.
yeah, and he played really well last season. Really, really well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and sorry. They finished the ranking 11th in the country. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, they almost went undefeated. And they beat UCF in a bowl game that didn't matter.
Yeah. Congrats, and you're done it.
Well, if you want to continue down the quarterback stupid train, who's
Yeah,
next?
the 49ers kind of shocked everybody. So the 49ers trade was interesting because they traded with the Dolphins to get the 3rd overall pick, which was originally the Texans. And then the Dolphins immediately turned around and flipped the pick they got from the 49ers to get back up to the 6th pick. So they basically moved from 3 to 6 and got a bunch of draft picks out of it. And with that pick, the 49ers took Trey Lance, which again was kind of a surprise because everybody was like, yeah, they're going to take Mac Jones. So who knows?
I like the Trey Lance pick.
Yeah.
Trey
I
Lance
don't-
look solid.
I don't know anything about him, but from what I've heard, he is better than Mac Jones. So a
Matt, you know about North Dakota State, right?
little bit. That's
and
where,
how they
didn't Josh Allen go there?
No, he
No.
went to Wyoming.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
what it was. Yeah.
But
That was Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz.
North, yeah, North Dakota State has dominated FCS football for like 15 years or some shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
They won like 9 titles in a row and like 11 of the last 12 or some shit.
Oh, my God.
Mhm.
And yeah, so he was their quarterback, and people thought he was great, but people thought his draft stock would fall pretty bad because FCS didn't play last season,
Mhm.
and
Yeah, I remember everybody talking about that.
FCS didn't play until the spring, and he opted out. That way
Yeah.
he could train for the draft and do the combine and everything. So he hadn't played football in 2 years, so his stock was thought to have been way lower than original.
Yeah, I do remember hearing
and
about that.
That I was really surprised by it, and I still don't really understand it, but
Yeah. And the 49ers actually handled it well, unlike the Packers and Eagles did last year, where they told their existing starter, hey, look, man, they told this to Garoppolo, like, you haven't been able to stay healthy. We're drafting this kid 3rd overall, and this is essentially a tryout year for Garoppolo. So, obviously, I'm sure Garoppolo's not happy that he's probably losing his job after this year, but,
Mhm.
he's not going to be he's not going to be destructive towards the team like Wentz or Rodgers have been recently. And this is basically prove it this year and then go out and sign somewhere else and become a starter there for Garoppolo.
Yeah.
So, and if something goes wrong and he gets hurt again, we'll probably see Trey Lance.
Yeah. I just got to point out that Trey Lance has thrown interception in his college career. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Actually, that reminds me that how Trevor Lawrence has never lost a regular season football game in his life.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Well, that's
he's
going to
gonna
change.
he's gonna
wait
lose
for
a lot.
week. I was going to say week 1, but they played Texans week 1.
Yeah,
Wait for week 2.
Yeah.
They faced some pretty nasty opponents early in the season.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, like the Texans.
yeah.
honestly, they could win week 2 too because they play the Broncos.
Oh shit.
Okay, but week
these
3,
next-
yeah.
These next 2
Fine.
picks is where it gets kind of weird because you have the Falcons, who are a tire fire, and then they drafted Kyle Pitts, tight end. Which, yes, Kyle Pitts is considered one
Very
of the
good.
best tight end prospects ever. But
Mhm.
the Falcons are not a tight end away from competing.
Yeah.
No.
They're gonna
Their
need
defense
a
needs
little bit
help.
more.
But at the same time, it's one of those things where it's like it's almost too good to pass up at
Yeah.
that point. So mixed
Mhm.
feelings. The next
See-
one, however, oh wait, actually, I'll let you go ahead.
The other thing about Kyle Pitts is he got hurt and missed the rest of the season last season. He only played a couple games. So
Yeah.
people have been skeptical about him, but I think from like off-season training and shit, he's sounded, like he's living up to his potential fully, but yeah. At least around draft time when he still wasn't 100% healthy, people were again really concerned with the same thing as that other dude, and yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that, and if Dan Quinn was still the head coach and in like year 4 and you're taking a tight end 4th overall when your team sucks, that'd be one thing, but it's a brand new coach. They're basically starting over from scratch. Might as well take Kyle Pitts and have your tight end for the next decade.
Yeah,
So,
because he's literally like Tony Gonzalez. So
yeah. However, 5th pick in the draft, the Bengals took Jamar Chase, wide receiver from LSU, who was Joe Burrow's wide receiver. But I'm sure Burrow was like, yeah, we should get Jamar Chase. But management really looked at the fact that their star quarterback got his ACL torn and basically got sacked more times. I think it was through the first 4 weeks of his career than he had in his entire college career.
yeah,
And they were like, you know what we need? Wide receiver. We don't need an offensive line.
yeah.
Wasn't even the best like wide receiver take. Like,
No,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, I fully understand. Like their thinking is the chemistry will make their offense better, but
But you
They-
need an offensive line.
Yeah.
yeah,
The 2019 Browns taught everybody, it doesn't matter who you have at wide receiver. If your quarterback doesn't have more than a second to look down
Yeah.
the field, probably not going to be very good.
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Eesh.
Okay.
The Bengals are bad.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Other notable ones, the Dolphins took Jalen Waddle. So what a lot of people thought was he was the best wide receiver in the draft. So give to a target. The Lions took Penei Sewell, who's considered the best offensive lineman in the draft. Panthers took J.C. Horn. Broncos took a corner, which basically confirmed that Aaron Rodgers was not, or that added fuel to the fire that Aaron Rodgers was going to go to the Broncos. And then here's where stuff got wonky, because the Giants were 11th and they wanted Devonta Smith. And then the Eagles and Cowboys basically colluded to fuck over the Giants. And the Cowboys traded the pick to the Eagles so they could take Devonta Smith. And then the Giants immediately traded out of the next pick because they were like, oh shit. And with that, they traded the pick to the Bears where they got Justin Fields. Which
Yeah.
I remember when we were watching the draft, we all lost our minds over. Which
Yeah. Because they made that tweet of QB1 being Andy Dalton.
Yeah. So, on one hand, I love the move because I thought Justin Fields was going to be pretty goddamn good. And Justin Fields, in theory, should fix a lot of the quarterback issues that the Bears have. But on the other hand, they traded a lot to move up to that spot when it was like the other... I'm trying to think. The teams that were ahead of them, you had... The Patriots were really the only ones you had to worry about.
And they were probably just going to pick
And
Mac
they wanted
Jones.
Mac Jones.
Yeah.
Because Mac Jones is basically Tom Brady too. So I feel like you didn't really need to give up that much to move up that high. And they just signed Andy Dalton to a really big deal and announced him as QB1. And they didn't tell Andy Dalton that they were going to draft Justin Fields. It's literally the Trubisky draft again, where they signed Mike Glennon to a huge deal and then immediately drafted somebody. Mike Glennon was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
So
Bears.
the Bears simultaneously did really good and also horribly.
That's why I'm convinced that their chemistry offensively is going to be terrible and they're going to be bad again this season.
I think Andy Dalton is going to at least get to play the Bengals this season as a starter, get that revenge game. But by like week 4, you'll probably see Justin Fields.
Yeah, and I think we'll see Nick Foles start a couple too. If Justin Fields is not superstar level in one game, because Bears.
It's funny thing about that, because Carson Wentz, who got traded to the Colts during the offseason, we will talk more about next season, is currently dealing with a foot injury. And allegedly, the Colts are thinking about trading for Nick Foles.
Yeah, the top trade candidate. This morning, the report came out that the top trade candidates for the Colts are Nick Foles or Jacob Eason.
Oh,
and
boy.
considering I don't know who the other guy is, I'm going to say they're going to get Nick Foles.
Yeah, and imagine being Carson Wentz, and you're like, man, I got overshadowed by Nick Foles in Philly. Well, at least I'm out of there now, and I don't have to deal with him anymore. And then Nick Foles just struts back into the quarterback room in Indy.
Okay, so looking into it, Jacob Eason is already on the Colts. He got drafted last year by them in the 4th round from Washington.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Trade
for him.
Trade for Gardner Minshew.
Do it. You won't.
Trade for Blake Bortles.
Yeah. Just sign Blake Bortles. He got cut by the Packers.
Oh, he did?
No.
Yeah, because Rodgers when Rodgers signed his deal, they cut Bortles.
Oh yeah, he's a free agent. That's
Yeah.
terrible.
Somebody signed Blake Bortles. Cowboys, you need a backup. Go sign Blake Bortles. I'm not joking.
I will literally buy your jersey. Just sign him.
I'm not exaggerating. The Cowboys need a backup quarterback. Go fucking sign Blake Bortles. Speaking of the Cowboys, they drafted Micah Parsons to try to get a linebacker who can actually stay healthy. So cool. Hopefully that works out. From what I heard in the Hall of Fame game, he looked really good. Other notable picks, obviously we already mentioned the Patriots taking Mac Jones. That was at 15th. He has basically concrete feet, much like Tom Brady. The Jets right before them took Elijah Vera Tucker to protect their new quarterback. The Raiders took the meme lord himself, Alex Leatherwood, as their new offensive tackle. The Giants, after trading down, took Kadarius Toney, wide receiver from Florida. And any other notable stuff? Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, the Steelers took Najee Harris, a running back.
I don't know about that
And
one.
the Jaguars at the 25th pick is
Oh yeah, that one's stupid too.
Travis Etienne.
For some reason,
they drafted a running back, even though they have a top 5, top 10 running back in the league in the gold form of James Robinson.
Yeah, but you guys have Tim Tebow at tight end.
Yeah.
My theory is that they're going to use him for like various different things. He's going to have.
I think it's the same thing that the Bengals are thinking, where they think the chemistry between Lawrence and Etienne is going to transfer over to. Yeah.
I imagine the Jags are looking at their roster, and they're like, we're not very good, but we have Trevor Lawrence, so let's just score some points. Let's just be fun.
Yeah.
So, Cleveland Browns took Greg Newsome, another corner, because none of their corners can stay healthy, and he looks pretty good. And then there was one or two other notable ones that I want to get to, one of which we already kind of hinted at, which was the Vikings in the third round took Texas A&M quarterback Kellen Mond. Kirk Cousins washed the fuck out. And right after that, the Texans, because they didn't have a pick in the first or second round, took Davis Mills, quarterback, Stanford.
Yeah.
So pretty much means that Deshaun Watson is done in Houston, and we should probably talk about that.
Can we scroll up to pick 64?
Yeah,
No.
I was about to say that.
Can we scroll up to pick 64 from Tampa Bay?
Yeah.
Kyle Trask. Oh my god, I forgot about that one.
Yeah. So Tampa Bay already preparing for
for Brady to.
They don't think Brady's going to be around that much longer.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, let's talk about Deshaun Watson. So, the last show we did, the news had just broken that Deshaun Watson wanted out of Houston. And Houston basically said, no, we're not going to trade you. You're our quarterback. We know we didn't listen to you when you said, here's who I want you guys to interview for head coach. They basically told him to shove it. So we were looking like there was going to be an impending holdout. And then about 22 women came forward with sexual assault accusations against Deshaun Watson. Yeah.
Not great. Not great.
The worst part is it's been like 4 months and nothing has fucking happened. Like, the NFL hasn't done anything about it. It's still an open investigation, so legally nothing's happened. Despite the fact that Houston said they weren't going to trade him, they've like a week ago said that they were okay with it and they were going to start exploring trade options. But who's going to trade for Deshaun Watson now when there's literally no guarantee that he's going to play this year?
Yeah.
The other thing that makes it really complicated is this is something I heard on another show I listened to, where I believe about 12 women have come. So the accusation is from like 20 different massage therapists who Watson has worked with, who have accused him of sexual assault. And I'm not going to get too much into the details because I don't know that much about the specific details, but that's basically all you need to know. And about, I think it was 12 more, correct me if I'm wrong, came forward and said that they have had consensual sexual experiences with Deshaun Watson, basically in his defense, which basically kind of seems like it's backfiring as a move, because if you're Deshaun Watson, you're trying to deny it, and there's people coming out like, oh yeah, we've had those experiences with him, but it was consensual, then it's like, okay, well then that adds more weight to what other people are claiming. But allegedly, Deshaun Watson does not want to settle because he would be forced to sign a non-disclosure agreement. He wants to be able to tell his story and defend himself. And this whole thing's a fucking mess, and the legal side have not made a move. The Texans have not made a move because Deshaun Watson is at training camp, despite the fact that he doesn't want to be there and the team doesn't want him there. And they have him playing. He's literally the fourth string quarterback. And they have him playing reps at safety and running back, not even quarterback. And the league has not even put him on the commissioner's exempt list. So it's this whole uncomfortable situation where nobody wants to be there or wants him there, and nobody knows what's going on.
Yeah.
So, I didn't know that information about the women coming out saying that they've had consensual.
That was news to me like 2 days ago.
Yeah. But see, my whole theory was it was really, really fishy how, like, I've thought about this a lot, and I really hate denying sexual assault accusations, because, like, 95% of the time it's, it's just terrible to deny that.
Yeah.
But what really got me was that they were spread out all over the country, and most teams have their own staff. They don't go to the nearest massage parlor after the game. To me, that's what made it really weird and seem, because that news also broke the day after Deshaun said he wanted to trade, and then the team was like, no, we don't want to trade you. And then all of a sudden these 20 sexual assault things came out, and I was like, what?
Okay, conspiracy theory time. Those were all caused because of the Texans.
Well, yeah, so that's the shady thing about it. It was like the lawyer representing the case. Again, I'm not trying to accuse any of these women of lying, because I know people who have been victims of sexual assault, and it's not something that people fuck around with very much. Is that the lawyer who is representing all of these women announced the case on Instagram.
Yeah.
And he's next door neighbors with the McNair families, aka the owners of the Houston Texans. But so it almost seemed like it was an attempt to like legitimize or delegitimize Deshaun Watson and like kill his trade value.
Mm-hmm.
But like, you're opening a legal investigation, so that's backfiring if that's what's happening. And it's one of those things where somebody asked the question, like, how many different massage therapists is he seeing in like 4 years?
Yeah.
But then when there's 20 plus women coming out, like all different incrementally, not all at the same time, it's like over the course of a few weeks, like where there's smoke, there's usually fire.
Yeah.
It's just so bizarre.
Maybe he just really likes massage. I don't know. Yeah.
It's a mess. No, it's a weird situation, and it's like at this point, it's like, all right, we just fucking somebody do something about this. Houston, send him home. You don't have to fine him for missing training camp. Just send him home. He doesn't need to be there. You don't want him there. He doesn't want to be there. You have a rookie head coach who's never coached before, who's got to deal with the situation. At least make it easy on him. The NFL, put him on a commissioner's exempt list. Like. You have the Eagles who are like, we'll be interested in trading for him, maybe. Well, Are you sure about that? Because you don't even know when he might do jail time. So, who knows? It's a mess.
I hate it because, like I said, I don't like denying sexual assault cases.
Yeah.
I think, honestly, it's such a problem. I think just about everyone at least knows someone who's had personal experience, and it's just not, it's just not good.
Yeah,
but the timing of everything.
Take, Austin. That's a bold.
Sexual harassment, kind of bad,
not based.
Yeah, not cool, dude.
Kind of cringe, actually. But just the way that just the timing of all the events and how certain people dealt with certain things. it just seems, there's so many questions about everything, and the fact that, like you said, he's still showing up to training camp and in the off season and everything, and no one wants to be a part of it. It's like, what the fuck is happening?
The best case scenario I think you could see out of this is maybe Deshaun Watson has made some unintentional advances, and a lawyer talked to somebody who was upset about it and was like, "Oh, we can ruin this guy." That's like the only good best case scenario I can think of, because I'm not trying to delegitimize any victims, but also say that Deshaun Watson's innocent, because I don't know. But who fucking knows?
To me, that's what it sounds. To me, that's what it sounds like, because this is the Texans. What are their names? The McNairs or whatever.
Yeah, the McNairs.
Yeah, because they're next doors to this guy, and there's they have come to him in the past for their deals. They have a previous relationship with him.
Yeah.
And it totally makes sense that they're pissed that one of the top 3 quarterbacks in the league wants to leave their shitty organization, because it's a shitty organization. And they're like, hey, we can fuck this guy over.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I wonder why they would want to do that anyway, because think of what you could get for Deshaun Watson in a trade.
It's
think
at least
of the assets.
At least 3 first-round picks.
Uh-huh.
Totally.
Yeah,
but they'll manage to fuck that up.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the Texans would fuck that up, but like I said, it does, because you would want to ruin his career, because he's ruining next 10 years of your franchise. But
your franchise was going to be ruined anyway.
But at the same time, you could literally save your franchise by him leaving, because of how fucking much you could gain from him leaving.
Not only that, it's so weird how, like, they traded away Hopkins, and then they did J.J. Watt a solid, and they cut him so he could go explore free agency. But they won't do the same for Deshaun Watson.
Uh-huh.
It's just weird.
Yeah, DeAndre Hopkins requested a trade, and they're like, okay, and they traded him.
Not even requested. It's just Bill O'Brien didn't like him and just fucking traded him.
Oh, I thought he hated Houston and requested a trade, because in his post-Houston career, he's talked mad shit about the Texans.
He's talking mad shit because they just up and traded him because Bill O'Brien just personally didn't like him.
Gotcha. Honestly, Bill O'Brien's chin thinks for him.
His chin is his brain.
Yeah.
Damn, son.
So that's that.
He's got a big brain.
Hopefully there's some sort of news next week about the situation, because it's just been maddening to not get any, not see this progress anywhere for the last month.
Because, like I said, Watson's been stuck on the Texans, but I'm convinced he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league and has a very long, successful career ahead of him.
Oh, yeah.
He's so good. I'm mad about thinking how good he is and how much wasted potential he's been on the Texans.
Yeah. Hopefully, if there are any women who are victims, that they get the justice they deserve. And hopefully this whole thing can just finally be brought to an end. And with that, because I mentioned the Texans being on fire, I put together a little tier list as some preseason rankings, which we'll get more into our preseason predictions next week when we fully go over free agency and go through some playoff predictors. But I want to throw these at you guys and see what you think. Starting with my top tier, which is the elite teams, which is currently the Buccaneers, Chiefs, Packers, and Bills.
Sure.
Any objections?
Wait, could you say that again? I wasn't listening. I was disassociating. I'm sorry.
The 4 elite teams: Buccaneers, Chiefs, Packers, Bills.
I don't know about the Packers, but yeah.
Yeah, the whole Aaron Rodgers situation, where I feel like that upset the chemistry of the team a little bit. But guys like Devontae Adams and Aaron Jones had his back the whole way, and those are his 2 favorite targets. And Matt LaFleur is still totally cool with them, and they didn't have any problems. So who knows? They could still be really good because they have a Super Bowl caliber team, but at the same time they could also like falter and go like 10-7.
Yeah, see, I don't think they'll shit the bed or anything, but I think they're aiming more for 11-6, 10-7, and losing like the divisional round or some shit.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So that is the elite tier. Following after that is y'all are pretty damn good, which is I have the Browns, Titans, and Saints. Saints are kind of there by default because I didn't want only 2 teams, and the y'all are pretty damn good.
No Rams?
Well, they're in a special category, which I'll get to in a second. But yeah,
I think that's meant for teams that we know are gonna be good.
Yeah,
and have the ability to contend with the elite teams.
Yeah, the Saints are kind of a question mark, but if Jameis Winston doesn't throw 30 interceptions, they can easily go deep in the playoffs.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think Jameis has proven. I know we love to meme on him throwing interceptions and terrible passes at times.
Yeah,
but at the same time, he has one hell of an arm, and I think he has the ability under good coaching, that he could be really good.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about his training videos now.
Dude, the video of him running through the blocks is so funny because he's still just as clumsy as ever.
Yeah.
Like he's like tripping all over himself and almost falling. It's hilarious.
Or like when he's at home training, it's still fucking hilarious. Because it's like just like someone's going after him with like these pads on his hand, and they're just tapping him, tapping all around him, not even hitting him that hard.
Yeah, that's the Saints. The Titans, I felt like if they got past the like them and the Ravens meeting in the first round last year, those were 2 teams that both could have gone deep. They just had to play each other.
Wait, is Taysom Hill not going to be starting for the Saints?
I think so. Here was my theory on, because everybody last year was like, why didn't they start Jameis Winston? Why is it? Because we have 5 years of tape on Jameis Winston. We know what he is. Yeah. They needed to start Taysom Hill to see what he was as a quarterback, and I feel like as a quarterback, Taysom Hill is backup.
Sure.
Put him in, he'll play well,
is.
He'll keep the ship afloat, but if you have to pick between Winston and Taysom Hill, I feel like you're starting Taysom Hill.
Yeah, Taysom Hill is also old.
That and Taysom Hill is so valuable at positions other than quarterback that if you're putting him as full-time quarterback, you're losing a receiver, a running back, a punt blocker, a fullback. Like you're losing so much by not having Taysom Hill or having him under center, basically.
Yeah.
Titans are still really good. And the Browns looked pretty fucking good at the end of last year, and I feel like they're only going to keep going up. I mean, Baker's finally going to have a coach for 2 years in a row, and they probably won't have to deal with shit like all of their receivers getting COVID or losing their head coach for a fucking playoff game and having to have their special teams coordinator coach their first playoff game in 18 years. So,
or the stupid touchback rule.
Yeah.
To eliminate them from the playoff. I'm still mad about that.
Pain. Yeah. The next tier was also really good, but when are you guys going to start winning playoff games? That is the Seahawks, the Ravens, the Rams, and the Steelers.
Steelers are going to be ass this year. I already know it.
The Steelers they have a good defense. It's
Roethlisberger is just cooked, dude.
It's it's the fact if they can get anything together on the
like they have a good
side.
defense, but like holy shit, Big Ben looks bad.
So
that and they lost a couple good O linemen.
Yeah,
they also lost a couple good defensive players, like they lost Bud Dupree to the Titans.
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
But see, I am slightly hopeful that Ben will shit the bed in the first few weeks and Dwayne Haskins is going to start.
Oh my god.
The Steelers coaching staff has been really high on Dwayne Haskins in off-season training.
Oh,
really high. He's their second string. So we could see Dwayne Haskins starting for the Steelers this season if Ben shits the bed.
Yeah. And the other teams in that, the Rams, they traded for Stafford. So it's like, hey, y'all gotta do something this year because I mean you made it to the Super Bowl and you got your asses whooped, and then it's been 2 years of mediocrity since then. Like, if you think quarterback was your problem, you better get back to the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah.
The Ravens, it's been all right. It's 3 years of Lamar Jackson looking bad in the playoffs. Like, are y'all gonna actually get to the AFC title game this time? And then Seahawks, basically the same thing. It's like, hey, Russell Wilson's been playing his guts out. do something for once in
Yeah,
January.
the rest of the team doesn't show up.
Yep.
Or well, honestly, the whole entire team doesn't show up.
Yeah.
Ivan
Yeah,
Russ.
Wilson was terrible in that playoff game last
Yeah.
year. The next tier after that is maybe this year you'll be good, which is the Cardinals, the Chargers, the Dolphins, the Vikings, Raiders, 49ers, Cowboys, and Bears.
There is one thing I want to talk about the Rams.
Oh, yeah.
Is that they do not have basically went all in on Darrell Henderson this season because they don't have Cam Akers or Malcolm Brown. So their running game might be I just wanted to anyway, sorry.
It is kind of funny how like Stafford's going to get away from Detroit and he's still not going to have a running game.
Well, hey, Darrell Henderson is really good if they would use him right. They haven't been using him right. He is literally Todd Gurley but 5'7". So
oh my God.
Man.
Yep. But yeah, with the maybe this year you'll be good category. You've got the Cardinals, who last year I said I was like they'll be good, but they're not going to be in the playoffs, and I was right. So it's like, hey, you know what? Third year of Kyler Murray. You know, you went out. Not only do you have oh my God, I'm drawing a blank right now. Not only do you have DeAndre Hopkins, you got J.J. Watt, and then didn't they trade for another? Oh, they got Julio. Or no, Julio Jones went to the Titans. I'm stupid.
Yeah,
they got A.J. Green. That's who it was.
Yeah,
they got A.J. Green. So it's like, all right, sky's the limit at this point.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
I got some question marks about the Cardinals still.
Yeah.
Like J.J. Watt, yeah, that's cool, but like he's just not that Pro Bowl caliber anymore. I don't feel like.
He's a good like auxiliary piece for the rest of the team. Kind of like the Browns going out and getting Jadeveon Clowney. Like he's not your centerpiece. That's Myles Garrett, but Clowney's like a good accent to him.
Yeah, I also think like we all know JJ Watt is like a great person and seems to be a pretty good leader. Yeah, because like the Texans' defense, or at least their defensive line, seemed to follow by him. So
yeah, for sure.
I think it's even if his playing ability isn't great, he leaves a mark on like the rest of the team.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Some of the other teams though, the Chargers, it's like, hey, start winning those one-score games already.
Yeah. Who's their head coach still?
It is.
They got a new one this season.
Okay, then they're probably good. It's not Anthony Lynn. They're good.
Yeah, they fired
Brandon
Anthony Lynn.
Staley.
Okay, good.
So.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I completely forgot. So.
They fired Anthony Lynn like the first day of offseason.
Yeah, I completely forgot. It's been a bit. Okay.
Yeah. The Dolphins probably were agonizingly close to making the playoffs, and it's year 2 of Tua. That's a train. Year 2 of Tua. Hopefully he'll make some. Oh my God.
Why'd you capitalize balls on this?
It auto capitalized, which is great. Somebody typed balls and then I hit enter after it because I was gonna add another line, and it auto capitalized.
It was so funny that earlier I was just looking at it, and then I went back to look at it, see if we covered everything, and I just saw that it had been capitalized.
Why is it bolded and italicized? And underlined. Wow.
Let me just bold it. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, hopefully Tua takes another step. They got a good wide receiver for him, and we will see. The Vikings. Well, I made this before Kirk Cousins said he wanted a plexiglass box built around him in the quarterback's room.
Why'd you even why did you think the Vikings were going to be good?
I don't know, because they almost made the playoffs last year, and like
they made the playoffs with Case Keenum.
Well, that's why there's a question mark at the end of maybe this year you'll be good. Like I don't know, maybe. The Raiders, it's like, all right, it's year 4 of the Gruden experience. Win some goddamn games.
That's not happening.
49ers, it's like, hey, if y'all stay healthy, you can probably get back to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Can I say, John Gruden? It has the same energy as Jim Harbaugh when he gets pissed off at the refs.
He really does.
It's so funny.
The fact his nickname Chucky is just perfect for him.
Why is his nickname Chucky?
Because he looks like Chucky the doll.
He really does, yeah.
Why is that the nickname you want to have?
I don't think he wants it, but it's the nickname he has.
Yeah.
That's what he looks like.
Yeah.
If I were him, I just wouldn't look like that.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't understand the strategy behind
He's
that.
getting all that money.
He is getting a shit ton of money.
You're paying him like $10 million a year.
Yeah, way
Go
too
more,
fucking
win
much.
9 games already. The Cowboys, it's like, all right, maybe this year is the year that they finally do something.
Maybe this
But-
year's the year everyone stays healthy.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe this is
don't-
the
they
year that
s-
Mike McCarthy remembers how to coach. Oh, wait.
They still don't have a defense, so good
Yeah.
luck with that.
Yep. And then the Bears, where it's like, hey, y'all the only team who's never had a 4,000-yard passer. Probably not going to happen this year. Maybe this
Definitely
year
not.
you'll be able to score points on offense. So, after that is the category who fucking knows, and in it are the Falcons, the Panthers, Broncos, Lions, the Colts, the football team, Giants, and Patriots.
I'd like to point out we didn't even talk about Sam Darnold to the Panthers.
Well,
Oh,
that's because
yeah.
we haven't done. That's going to be next week when we do the goddamn free agency and
Well,
trading. and
didn't he?
stuff.
I thought he got traded.
Yeah, I just said when we do free agency and trades and things like that.
Oh, that's crazy. So it turns out Sam
Yes.
Darnold's on the Panthers.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
pretty crazy. How did he
Anyway.
end up on the Panthers?
Turn in next week and you'll find out. Falcons probably going to be bad, but who knows? Maybe a tight
Yes.
end will turn them around.
Nope.
The Panthers, it's like, hey, y'all have like a good core, but nobody knows if Sam Darnold's good or not. The Broncos are the epitome of mediocre.
Yeah, big
Yeah.
luck.
Hey,
He's gonna
yeah.
bring him to 6 wins.
Yeah. Well, no,
If that-
they've got Teddy Bridgewater now.
Oh,
Oh,
So-
7 wins.
Yeah.
yeah, there you go.
Give
Um,
him another.
the Lions obviously traded Stafford for Goff,
They're
and
gonna
it's
be
like,
terrible.
hey, you've got a really good offensive line and literally no wide receivers.
They're
So-
gonna fucking suck.
Yeah. The Colts probably would have been in the also good, but when you guys can start winning playoff games, and then Carson Wentz got hurt, obviously.
Yeah.
So who knows? Washington
I just
looks
want
solid. What?
I just want Philip Rivers to come out of retirement and say, fuck it, I'll do it again.
Well, no, he'll say frick it because he doesn't.
Oh, yeah,
what
true,
the
yeah, frick it.
dude.
Washington on paper looks good, but Ryan Fitzpatrick's their quarterback, and we all know the Fitzpatrick cycle.
Hell yeah.
And it's also the NFC East, so who knows?
Tard brawl.
The Giants, Daniel Jones has basically become the new Jameis Winston and is the funniest quarterback in the NFL.
He's
Um,
he's Jameis Winston, but with fumbling. Like
Oh,
he's
Jameis
gonna-
Winston fumbles like crazy, though.
That's a good point. But
He's just Jameis Winston, but
That-
white.
he doesn't throw as many interceptions though.
Yeah.
That's a
He
positive.
makes up for it, though, by just falling.
Yeah, by falling and then dropping the football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Patriots kind
Hmm.
of were just like mediocre last year, and then they went crazy in free agency, but they still have Cam Newton as their quarterback, and their best wide receiver is Nelson Aguilar. So,
Aguilar.
And
good luck.
I saw that the Patriots coaching staff were really happy with Nelson Aguilar's progress in off season, and I'm like, yeah,
The fact that you have to use progress for like a 5th-year wide receiver, like he's almost catching.
Oh, he's almost catching 50% of the balls.
he's got the triangle method now.
Oh, but that's that for that category. Then after that is you suck right now, but there's hope, which is the Bengals, Jaguars, and Jets.
The Bengals do not have any hope. Let's be
Well,
honest.
they got Joe Burrow, and
They got Joe Burrow, yeah, but they don't have fuck all.
that's about it. Well, that's why I said they suck right now.
Yeah,
But
these
maybe
are all
eventually you'll be good.
all franchises with new quarterbacks
Hey.
from the draft.
Give it a few years, then they'll be right back to losing in the wild card round again.
Yeah,
That's
see,
gonna-
I want to be
Offensive
honest. If I'm feeling bold about anything this year, it's the Jets. All right, I'm feeling bold about the Jets.
Why?
I think they could do 6 or 7 wins this season.
Wow.
I think they have it in them. I think they have it in them.
Slow
I
down.
don't know about that one.
And the thing is, all of their wins will be total bullshit. That's
Oh, yeah.
the thing.
Yeah, I agree.
So like last
But yeah,
season,
I just
I think they have potential to be like 12th in the AFC.
not last.
Almost
So-
last. Almost.
Well, I mean,
mean-
after they managed to fumble away the first pick last season.
yeah, they literally just played harder and didn't want it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, also Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that too.
Raiders rushed 6 on a Hail Mary.
No, other way around.
Or
yeah.
oh yeah, the Jets did that. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
they
'Cause
saved
then
their
Greg,
season by doing that.
Yeah, then
Yeah.
Greg Williams finally got fired. Thank God.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And with the Jaguars, I just need to see Gardner Minshew throw a pass to Tim Tebow. That's all I need.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's all
I
I
don't even
need in
care
my
about Trevor Lawrence.
life. Yeah.
And then finally, last category is appropriately Everything's on Fire, which has the Texans and Eagles in it. And I feel like
Yeah.
that's pretty fitting, especially
Yeah.
because the Eagles are the ones interested in trading for the Texans quarterback.
Yeah.
Yep.
What
And
is,
I'm like-
what is a positive of the Eagles?
Zach Ertz is still there.
How?
Dallas-
Yeah, but
He's not
Dallas-
very good anymore,
is
but he's
Dallas-
still there.
I was gonna say that would be a positive in 2015.
Yeah,
Is Dallas Goddard still there?
I think
Who?
Dallas Goddard's still there.
Oh yeah, Goddard's still there.
Dallas Goddard's a guy that I'm convinced they only drafted out of spite because the draft was in Dallas, and they had their old kicker, whose name currently escapes me, was announcing the pick, and they drafted a player named Dallas in Dallas just to fuck with the Cowboys. I'm convinced.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, he turned out to be really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I
Something
just
good about-
retroactively
I have-
thought.
What?
Sorry, fuck you. I just retroactively thought the Lions. Jared Goff has T.J. Hawkinson to throw to. So get fucked.
One receiver. It's gonna be
That's
like
a tight
that.
end.
And
There,
tight end.
one tight. So it's literally gonna be
Still a
that
receiver, but-
that fumble dimension video where they ran one play all season where it was just 9 guys block and they just chuck it up to Calvin Johnson every time.
Yeah.
That's their play.
It's just
They
like
got 9
tight end
offensive
screens.
linemen, Jared Goff and TJ Hawkinson.
Yeah. It's just gonna be constant tight end screens.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's football right there.
That's true
That got
football.
Tom Brady 4 of his rings.
Yeah.
Well, I
true.
mean, we've heard Dan Campbell, their new coach, talk about how they're gonna the kind of kneecaps they're gonna buy it off and the smash mouth
yeah.
football they're gonna play. So honestly, I
see-
wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, see, so like that's my other thing about like I'm like cautiously confident in the Lions being decent because apparently the new coaching staff has breathed a lot of life into a lot of the guys that have been on the
Yeah,
team for
but,
a
like,
while.
It's
I
the
think
Lions.
I think they're gonna go like 7-10, but they're gonna
Yeah.
look solid. They're gonna look like the Panthers last year, where it was like, hey, y'all didn't win a lot of games, but you looked solid. You look like you know what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, you're at least playing football.
Yeah. Football isn't happening to you like the
Yeah.
Jets.
But anyway, the Eagles, their biggest thing is Jalen Rieger, I guess.
Yeah. Jalen Hurts
Jalen Hurts
plays
exists, too.
football occasionally,
He's
Oh, yeah, he's
sometimes
there.
pretty good.
but they
Hopefully
apparently
he's
don't
good.
seem that high on him because they want to trade for
Oh.
Deshaun Watson, but they used a first round pick on him last year. So who fucking knows?
Did the Eagles who even is the
Or
Eagles
maybe.
coach? I can't even remember.
It's Nick Sirianni,
Oh, that's right.
aka the dude who looked really nervous at his first.
Oh
press
yeah,
conference.
that's right.
Yeah.
That filled no one with confidence.
Yeah. And that is my tier list. It is
Good tier
literally
list.
correct, and everybody is wrong. And I
Why-
believe. Wait, what?
Hang on, sorry. I gotta read this real quick.
Oh, now
How-
balls is in all caps and it's bolded now.
So why is
What?
so why is the top when I look up Nick Sirianni, why is the top headline how he turned a hot dog eating contest into a teaching point? Literally.
He's the glitch, dude.
Dude, he's a glizzy gladiator.
Yeah.
Because like when I typed in his name, the second autofill was hot dog, and I was like, what?
The Eagles have literally hired the fastest hot dog shooter in the Northwest as their head coach.
You know what? I like him.
Yeah. You know what? Eagles taking the NFC East this year.
You know, I like Nick. Whatever the fuck his last name's.
Sirianni.
Play style. I like that. I respect it, and they're going 17-0. Go Eagles, baby.
This is
Alright.
just like you saying the Bears were gonna go 14-2 last season.
Go Eagles, baby.
But he only missed it by like 6 wins.
True.
He got pretty close.
It was over 500, I think.
Yeah,
Did the Bears really go 8-8 last season?
I think so.
Yeah.
That is
The
way
Bears
better
only
than I
made the
remember.
playoffs because somebody had to make the
Wait, the
playoffs.
Bears made the playoffs last
Yeah,
season?
they played the Nickelodeon
Yeah, they
game.
were in the Nickelodeon game.
Nickelodeon game.
And one of their players said, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Cordell Patterson screamed "fuck" into the ref's
He
mic.
dropped the first ever F-bomb on Nickelodeon. And that was also the play that they ran like a perfect trick play, and Trubisky hit Javon Mims wide open, and he just dropped it.
Yeah.
Wait, did you guys see what Matt Nagy said in his press conference after that game?
No.
He he said, "Okay, where are we? How do we get better? We know this isn't good enough. What we need to do is everything we can be able to do to win a Super Bowl. That's the goal. The goal is not to make the playoffs."
What?
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 That can't be
So,
real.
okay, so I get what he's
What does that
saying. Is
mean?
he's saying the goal is not to make the playoffs, it's to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but he
when
just
it's
said it dumb.
It just looks like our goal is to not make the playoffs.
That was because like I was just looking at the game on Wikipedia, and then I saw the sentence, "The goal is not to make the playoffs," and I thought it was like some sarcastic Steve Purrier type shit.
I
And I was like, "Let's go," and then
I
I
like
read it, and
that
I'm like,
his-
"Oh, he's just stupid."
I like that he's like, we have to be able to do things. Like we have to play football, and it's like, yeah, that. I mean, you are a football
Wrong
coach,
chat, dumbass.
so
Shut up. Shut up.
God.
You dumb bastard.
What we
Wow,
need to do is to do everything we
Wow.
can be able to do to win a Super Bowl. Yeah, that's kind of what every team's trying
Yep.
to do, Matt. So, God, I forgot
we
that they
need-
started 5-1.
yeah, they started good, and then they
They not
bad.
even started good. They just kept falling into wins.
Yeah,
Well,
that's,
it
why,
was-
I mean,
was-
that's why Jack
was-
hopped on the wagon.
I mean, it was funny because at one point in the season
Circle on the wagon.
they lost 6 in a row, and also during the season they were 1-8 against playoff teams.
God,
It's
the
not
Bears
great.
are
Not
terrible.
great.
Yet they still made the playoffs, and they played on fucking Nickelodeon.
I mean,
I
yeah,
cannot
like I was
believe
saying,
that was a thing.
they only made the playoffs because somebody had to be the 7th seed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
and the red or
Washington,
the
Washington.
football team and the Eagles and the Giants just said fuck it and just didn't. They
Yeah.
could have been, but they didn't.
Yep.
I'm still mad we didn't get a 6-10 playoff team.
Dude, I'm gonna be forever mad about that. That the fact that Washington won, that the Eagles
Yeah.
just laid over in the fourth quarter of that game.
Oh God.
We could have had
Mhm.
the 6-10 Giants in the playoff. Like, you can't tell me you don't want playoff quarterback Daniel Jones.
Yeah. True. You know, and they probably would have won the Super Bowl. They would have faced.
Honestly.
They would have run into Tom Brady and won.
Yeah, they would have faced Tom Brady, and Tom Brady's history against the Giants has not been well, to say the least. And you know, Danny Dimes would have beaten his dumbass.
Yeah, Danny Dimes would have taken it straight to Tom Brady. I think he may have even during the post-game handshake poked Tom Brady in the eyes.
Did like the Three Stooges thing.
Yeah.
Two fingers in the eye. Bunk.
Brady would do it back, but Daniel Jones would like put his hand up.
Yeah.
No, Tom Brady wouldn't even do it back because Daniel Jones looks like one of his kids. Just kiss him.
No, what he would do is he would poke him in the
Start-
eyes. He would poke him in the eyes, and then like Evan Ingram would kneel down behind Tom Brady, and then they'd tabletop him.
Yeah, just Brady and Daniel Jones would just start making out after this. just hot, passionate game. Just kissing, dude. Just being dudes.
I almost fell in my chair.
Guys being dudes. And on that note,
I like that you emphasize the part that there is no romance. It's just kissing, dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
What if we post COVID we replace the post game handshake with the post game makeout sesh?
Yeah. That's the most manly shit I've ever heard of.
Yeah.
That's what
you know
I'm
what-
saying.
you know what else is manly shit? Ending this podcast. Yeah, this has been an interesting episode, that's for sure. Probably gonna have to edit a lot out,
Yeah, we're warming up.
but we're back for season 2. Yeah, we're on Spotify now. Link will be in the description. For if anybody's actually listening to this, comment what other websites we should get this shit on. You can already listen to it on Google Podcasts and obviously on Spotify and, of course, here on the YouTubes. Any closing thoughts, you guys?
Oh. Yeah, that's my favorite.
Yeah. We will be back next week with a not full, but extensive free agency recap and some playoff predictions. And we might even have a first timer on the show next week. So that should be fun.
What?
How?
Yeah.
Real?
Yeah.
What?
How?
Look at Austin not reading the chat in the server.
Wait, what did you say? No, wait, hang on. Wait, what?
No, don't tell him. Don't tell him. Don't tell him.
Who's no, wait, hang on.
I'll
What?
tell you after the show. I'm not
Don't tell
going to say
him.
it on the show and make promises
tell
and then
What is it?
Matthew censor that out.
No. It's
And on that
Yo, he's my friend.
Matt, close the tape.
I'm trying. For Garrett, for Jack, and for Austin.
No,
I'm
don't
your
do it
boy.
for me.
I'm
Leave
your
me out of
boy,
it.
let me do
Matthew.
the outro.
And
Matt,
Okay, so this has been Oofsides.
that's been Oofsides, and now stop it, shout, Craig leave.
stop yelling at the bot. He's just doing his job, man.
It's funny that I can just imagine. Ironic, I say that Craig is just standing like it's us four in a room, and Craig is just standing in the corner with a tape recorder, just standing there menacingly, just staring at us
Yeah.
with the biggest smile on his face that he's there.
Two.
Doing great, sweetie.
He's just
Thanks
happy
for
to
listening,
be here.
everybody. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, don't. No thanks. Fuck you. Sleep.
Till next week.